Well, good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Thanks for logging on. A quick forecast update for you today, folks. A mess. The sun on the way. It's January the 11th, 2015 at about 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time here, and we've got some freezing rain to deal with today. In fact, freezing rain advisories, winter weather advisories, even some ice storm warnings up to our north, all issued for area-wide across Indiana today. And folks, it doesn't really matter what you call it. The difference in this, by the way, this is controlled by the Paducah office. This is controlled by the Louisville office. This is controlled by the Indianapolis. This is controlled by Wilmington, folks. Different National Weather Service offices sometimes call their advisories different things. It makes my job as a meteorologist, honestly, a little bit of a pain. I wish they'd standardize that. But the bottom line here, it doesn't really matter what you call it. Freezing rain is a threat today, folks, and that's just understand that all of us across Indiana, we are under some kind of an advisory. The threat for freezing rain exists today. You can see it on the radar as it's tracking towards us, the pinky colors here. This is your freezing rain, and then you got plain rain from this. If we take a look at temperatures around the area, you can see that warming trend and how it's began. We've been into the mid-20s, and we've actually warmed up across southern Indiana here into the low 30s now through the area, and that's a good thing. We're actually performing a little bit better than some of the models want to say, but we'll have to track this throughout the day, and it's just going to be sort of a nowcasting type of an event. You can see there's the leading edge of that pre-ship shield. It's going to be about 1, 2 o'clock before we start to see a lot of this start to overtake our area. All right, so let's go track it on future radar here. Here's what the high-res NAM says. A word of caution on this. This model is not performing very well at the moment, but it gives us it's not doing well on temperatures. It is doing well on where the precipitation is located. You can see it starts to bring the leading edge of the precipitation here in at about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere around in there, and it brings the heavy rain and would be heavy freezing rain potentially through then. We'll have to see, folks, how that goes. Bottom line is it's not performing very well. High-res NAM says we should be in the low to mid-20s here across the area. We are absolutely not. We are already into the 30s, so we are performing already warmer than the modeling says, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that could be a good sign, or it could just be a terrible sign for the model. So we'll take that with a grain of salt. The Euro, by the way, already says, yes, we knew that you should be there right now. The Euro says actually that we should have been about 29 to 31, and we're 30 to 31, so it's doing a very good job, really. And as you go throughout the day, you can see it warms us up into the mid to upper 30s here across far southern Indiana. Would start this off as all rain, but quickly freezing rain once you head towards between Bedford, Bloomington, Columbus, Seymour, right around in there. And then as you move on a little bit further in time, you can see it puts everybody in that threat during the overnight hours as we get towards the evening especially. And folks, 32, 33 degrees. 33 degrees, the margin of error there is only a degree. So, the bottom line is we're just going to have to watch temperatures today. Just a couple of other models to show you really quickly. The GFS wants to mix that in and gives us more of a rain threat for the far southern part of the state as well. But again, will that play out? Canadian model, who was once giving us an all freezing rain threat for everybody for the duration of the event, is now starting to mix in some of that as well, but keeps it as mostly a freezing rain threat. So which one of these will pan out, if any of them? The bottom line is, folks, this is what we're going to have to use today. The models are nice to show us what could happen, but really this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to look at radar today. We're just going to have to take a look at this mess as it heads our way, and we're going to have to take a look at what our temperatures are around the area when it arrives, do some nowcasting, and keep you up to date, because that's really the only way that we're going to be able to accurately give you information this afternoon, folks. That really is just the bottom line of this. 1 degree of difference in the modeling can make the difference between rain and ice. Some of the models that are saying 33, if they're off by a degree, we could get freezing rain. If they're right, we get rain. So yeah, we'll have to see, folks. Even though I will say this, folks, even with 33-degree temperatures, we've been bitterly cold. We're below zero, for Pete's sakes. Our ground is solidly cold. So yeah, even at 33, 34 degrees, yeah, your main roads that are being traveled, those should be fine, most likely. But your roads that are not being very well traveled are probably colder than what the air temperature is around them. Because of the below zero and the teens and 20s, single digits, and all that crap that we've had. Your grass, your sidewalks, your things like that, even if you're at a 33-degree air temperature, they may be a little bit colder, so there's some chance that you may get some ice accumulation on them and on your trees. So we rule out some ice can happen even at 33 or 34, although it's less likely the further you go into the 30s. So Bottom line, though, we'll just have to watch it today, and we'll see what happens on it, folks. I'll be here this afternoon after I get back from church, about 1 or 2 this afternoon, starting some updates again for you. And you can track this live, remember, right on our website. You can go to southernindianaweather.com, click on Live Radar, and you've got a great little interactive radar product here that you can use. Track this nasty mess as it heads our way, folks. You can put it into motion and sort of the whole 9 yards here. So keep that tool handy, folks. This is a tool for you to use. By the way, this same great radar that we have here is also available on our mobile app. All you have to do is just go to your favorite Google Play or Apple App Store, search for southernindianaweather.com, and you'll be able to get that app downloaded. All right, folks, that is it for this quick video update, folks. I'll be here this afternoon providing updates for you, and let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite with Southern Indiana Weather. Have a great day, folks, and we'll see you this afternoon as the event folds out.